This is exactly right.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Sometimes the hardest part of therapy is just getting started.
For real, which is why having help that's flexible, accessible, and easy to fit into your life matters.
And that's exactly what Talkspace is designed for.
Talkspace therapy and psychiatry is covered by most insurers, and most insured members pay a copay of $0.
Part of the mission of Talkspace is to provide quality care that is accessible and affordable, whether or not you're insured.
Talkspace has really made it just a kind of no-brainer to try therapy. If you're nervous about talking to someone, if you're nervous about the money, if you're nervous about leaving the house, you don't have to deal with any of that. They have covered it. And for me, like, that is the best way to get into therapy. Take all the what ifs out.
You know you got to do it.
You know you do.
As a listener of this podcast, you'll get $80 off of your first month with Talkspace when you go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80.
That's SPACE80. To match with a licensed therapist today, go to Talkspace.com/MFM and enter promo code SPACE80. Goodbye.
Hello. And welcome
to my favorite murder.
The Minisode.
The Minisode, the first one of 2021, everyone. Welcome.
Wow.
Sound effect. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. That's my whoop.
British
Ooga. Ooga.
Old-fashioned car.
Thank you.
Coconuts.
You want to go first?
That's just my hands.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea. Let's start.
This is where we read you your stuff in 2021.
You sent it to us. We read it to you.
That's right.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to read this subject line. It gives it away. But one of the greatest intros ever.
Okay.
Hi, guys, gals, and non-binary pals.
Yes. Love it.
Right? Inclusive. I'm currently rocking my newborn to sleep, listening to your podcast, and was reminded about a chilling story from my childhood that I had to share. So when I was a wee youngin', my mom thought it would be a great idea to have my twin brother and I take photos at the school she worked at. Apparently, this was a yearly thing where a photographer, let's call him Richard, would come take slightly incestuous photos of siblings who went to school together.
What?
What? How? My brother and I were the lucky ones to pose holding hands, hugging a tree. Super great. They're just saying that basically it's like stuff that siblings would normally never be doing.
Okay. Because
remember, it's like you'd have to take a picture. It's like you and your sister cheek to cheek, where it's
we have one where we're leaning our heads on my brother who's in between us, and I'm making a face of like, just I don't want to be here face.
Yeah. Just get me out of here before one of these two people punches me.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, I was looking at the photo the other day and my mom said nonchalantly, "I love those pictures. Too bad the guy who took them was a murderer." Shocked, I asked her to explain. She said that every year, Richard and his wife, we'll call her Pam, would come to school and take pictures. Pam was always in good spirits and assisted Richard in lighting, poses, etc. Well, one night, Pam was found bludgeoned to death in the snow in front of her house. Richard had been physically and emotionally abusing her for years, killed her with a baseball bat, and he was later found in their garage having killed himself. Apparently, Pam had been working at we'll just say she had been working part-time and told her coworkers that if anything had happened to her, Richard was to blame. Richard and Pam are survived by 2 daughters, one of which is adamant that her father didn't do it. Thank you for keeping me awake during my son's 4 a.m. feedings, especially since his dad is deployed and my dog doesn't help much with the baby. Stay sexy and don't trust baby photographers. All the best, Bae.
Wow. What a horrible story all around.
Horrifying. Just awful. And I wonder if this story is especially sensitive to a new young mother.
Oh, yeah.
A baby photographer, where it's just like, I bet that's the kind of stuff that all comes back up as well, I mean, her mom said it, but
right.
But also just as now you're in that position of like where you're bringing your kids and what you decide to do
and who you expose them to and not having any idea. Yeah. I bet being a new parent is just constant red flags everywhere you look.
Oh, it must be.
Yeah.
It must be.
All right. This is called Christmas Eve Near Murder Miracle.
Oh.
Okay. It just starts, hey.
Hey.
My husband and I were flying home on Christmas Eve when we got a text from a neighbor that read, OMG, someone just got shot in your driveway. With that, the flight attendant shut the main cabin door and we were forced to turn off the phone and sit in suspense for the next 2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
By the time we got home, there was nothing left but a medium-sized blood stain in our driveway. However, we were able to piece together what happened thanks to our neighbors, the police, and our security cams, which caught a lot of the action. Apparently, a group of 4 guys at a nearby apartment complex had tried to buy pot, which is not legal here, using counterfeit money.
Oh,
don't do that, guys. I honestly didn't even know counterfeit money was still a thing.
It's always a thing.
I know, right? It's like a piece of paper that you draw on.
Counterfeit money, now more than ever.
The dealers took offense and shot the guys as they drove away. 4 bullets went into the side of the car, 1 hitting the driver in the leg. 1 last shot went through the back window, missed all 4 guys, and lodged in the back of the driver's headrest.
Oh.
Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. But he didn't get shot.
Yeah.
So the guys speed off in terror. They turned down our street, and at about when they hit our driveway, they realized the street is dead end. So they pull in and ditch the car, running into our backyard. We're assuming the plan was to run through to another street, but unluckily for them, our yard backs up to a reservoir. This is when the adrenaline starts wearing off and the driver realizes that he's spurting blood from his leg. They get back to the front yard and call 911. That's when my neighbor's son, a former police officer and current owner of a tattoo parlor, aka a very big guy, comes over and shouts at them to, quote, get on the ground now. He ends up having to use his own belt to tourniquet the guy's leg and probably saved his life. By then, the cops are pulling up. The guy who was shot went to the hospital, and the other 3 guys had to wait for one of their grandmas to pick them up since the cops towed the car for evidence.
Oh my God.
Probably not a very Merry Christmas for any of them, but hey, it could have been a lot worse. Stay sexy, and just legalize pot already, Sarah.
It's so true.
Don't ever use, listen, don't do drugs. Drugs are, drugs are drugs. Don't use counterfeit money for anything. Especially illegal things.
Not with a drug dealer.
No.
You fool.
I bet you they're not fucking around.
No, you know where you use counterfeit money?
Where?
Just this is off the top of my head. Sure. Like a red box machine. You know what I mean? Or somewhere. I guess I don't know if they take cash.
Victimless.
But, something like that. Yeah. A ski ball. Like somewhere where you're hurting yourself.
Right.
That would hurt the business too. But yeah. Don't use counterfeit money. But not with a drug dealer.
Absolutely not.
They always have guns. They have to.
Oh my God.
They have to.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Okay. Hi, friends. I can't believe that after all these faithful Murderino years, I never thought to send this to you. But after the documentary about the killer in question came up in a recent episode, my memory was jogged and I thought you might enjoy this story. A few years ago, one of the owners of my company was going through a full-on midlife crisis. Having recently separated from his high school sweetheart wife, he found himself heartbroken and rich with lots of wild oats to sow. So he did what most attractive, recently single, wealthy men in their late 40s do, and he bought a sports car and got a killer bachelor pad and hosted Hefner-level parties every night with 20-something-year-old strippers.
Yeah.
So after enduring weeks of late-night drunken hot tub shenanigans, his downstairs neighbor was more than fed up. One morning, he awoke from his stupor to find a note taped to his front door that said, "If I have to clean cigarette butts up off my balcony one more night, thanks to your parties, you and I are going to have serious problems. Signed, your downstairs neighbor." Unfazed, he went about his day, but happened to mention this note and its contents to his doorman as he was leaving for work. The doorman's eyes immediately widened in a very concerned tone, and he said, "Sir, do you know who your downstairs neighbor is?" To which the owner replied, "No, why?" And the doorman paused, looked around, moved in closer, and said, "Sir, your neighbor is Robert Durst."
I knew it. I was going to call it. Oh my God.
That's right. Robert fucking Durst. Suffice it to say, a love note from a serial killer who not only murdered his neighbor, but dismembered him too, was all that Dee Dee needed.
That's right. Oh my God.
Yes, it was his neighbor. Yeah.
Oh my God. I totally didn't even think about that.
That was all DB needed to put an immediate end to his party boy ways, for which his liver and brain cells were eternally grateful. He even ended up reconciling with his wife. So I guess to some degree, Robert Durst saved not only his health, but also his marriage. Not really sure what we all can take from this one, except to say, stay sexy and maybe do some research to see if you have a neighbor dismembering serial killer in your building before you accidentally wind up on his bad side. Love y'all. XOXO. Name withheld to protect my career just in case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just
for real.
That thing to me, that's like in California, you'd have to disclose that. But like anywhere else in the country, you wouldn't. Like, hey, your neighbor has murdered a neighbor before.
Right. I mean, do you have to disclose that though?
You don't have to disclose shit. I feel like
if you're like out and about, you just get to go live, and people, it's like, if you have, that's the thing about rich murderers, is they can do whatever they want because they have the money to do whatever they want.
Or people who got off. That's why
because they're rich.
You can't, guys, be real. Don't flip people off in the car. That's my thing, is like, you just don't know who you're driving next to. You know what I mean?
Yes. You're going to have, that's a great opportunity if you're feeling road rage to practice just separating yourself from your emotional tidal wave and saying, let it flow through you and don't react real time, because especially these days where people are just getting angrier and angrier and angrier.
So stressed.
Everyone's stressed and enraged, and you just don't want it.
This one is called Creeping Out the FBI. Greetings, MFM crew and furry companions. I'm a crime analyst for an urban police department. Several years ago, my partner and I, along with other analysts in our area, got to take some specialized training at the FBI Academy in Quantico. Behavioral analysis is part of our certification training, but we mostly see serial property crime and not serial killers. So being in the FBI BAU is a big deal. After one of our sessions, they took us down to the basement where they had some artifacts to show us. The first thing we saw was a life-size animatronic Hannibal Lecter in a cell who greeted us as we got off the elevator. We went to a small room where they had letters, drawings, and papers on display. We were shown a letter that I recognized as being from Keith Jesperson. So I said, "Oh, that's the Happy Face Killer." There were a few clown paintings that I recognized as being done by John Wayne Gacy. This happened with a few other items, and our instructor turned to look at me and said, "Is there something we should know about you?" I was a bit embarrassed to be the only analyst who could identify a lot of the objects. I guess all analysts aren't naturally murderinos. Stay sexy and never let the FBI know how much you know about serial killers are. I mean, shouldn't they all know that?
They freaked out the FBI.
Congratulations. I want you to be at every dinner party I have when this is all over.
But also, I love that it sounds like it's like the wax museum in their basement. It's like an animatronic Hannibal Lecter is corny as fuck.
It is. And did my tax dollars go to pay for that? Is my second question.
Did you seize that from someone's house?
I better been a fucking gift from some foundation.
Wow.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. There are some questions humanity may never be able to answer, like, what's the meaning of life?
Or even worse, what do I make for dinner?
Luckily, Hungry Root has one of those covered.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Imagine a world where shopping, planning, and cooking food is simple and stress-free. That's a reality with Hungry Root.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less.
I complain about dinner and cooking and that kind of stuff constantly, and Hungry Root provides exactly the thing I'm complaining about's solution. Like, they make a zesty chicken avocado sweet potato bowl that is exactly what I want at the end of the day, but would never, ever take the time to make. And with Hungry Root, it's just right there. It's waiting for you.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
Okay, this subject line is so good. It includes hand clap emojis.
Yay.
It's grandparents, a woman named Bonnie, names. This story has it all with hand clap emojis.
Yeah.
Okay. I've submitted this story before, but after hearing your episode from Stories from 2016, I figured I'd try it again. Here's to hoping.
It worked.
It worked. Yes, please, if you haven't, try again. We've told you this before.
Yeah.
On to the story. My great-grandma was raised in southern Utah during the early 1900s.
Yay.
So that's long ago.
Hot. It's very hot.
Okay.
I guess.
It's hot and salty. Her name was Bonnie.
Yay.
Okay, you saw people have sent us so many Bonnies that are bunnies, but we also got a couple Bonnies that are babies.
Oh, baby
and
Bonnie.
the two that I saw were two of the cutest babies I've seen in a while.
Oh my God. Yeah. You got to pull that name off with
Really?
dimples.
Oh, yeah. They nailed it. They're just like, there are some baby Bonnies out there.
And here it is.
And there they are. Okay. Her name was Bonnie, but everyone called her Good Witch. She owned her own cafe, baked the best pies, cinnamon rolls, and homemade candies. She led her local women's relief society, swore like a sailor, made and sold bootleg moonshine during Prohibition, and raised 10 kids.
Yeah.
The 2 youngest of which she won in a pinochle game. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. What? Does it say anything more about that?
No, that's the end of the paragraph. Holy shit.
What the fuck?
You're gonna have to write back in about that.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. But although it's essentially like the Wild West is what we're talking about.
Totally.
Okay. Growing up, she was one of 12 children who lived in a small 2-room house in the middle of nowhere, what is now Zion National Park. In the spring of 1900, an outlaw gang called the Wild Bunch were on the run from the law and were making their way from Arizona to Wyoming by way of Utah. That April, my grandma's parents were making their monthly multi-day trip into town for supplies and left my 10-year-old grandmother in charge of her younger siblings. Knowing that the Wild Bunch was potentially in the area, her parents instructed her to lock the door and keep the lamps out so as not to draw attention to the house, and under no circumstances to let anyone in.
Oh my God.
That evening, my grandma was awoken by the sound of men's voices. She looked out the window and saw a group of men roaming around her home. She grabbed her 4 siblings, her youngest sister being just about a year old, and hid under the bed. One of the men knocked on the door, and when they didn't receive an answer, proceeded to break in. The group of men entered the house, and once they thought no one was there, made themselves at home, eating their food and making a fire. One even slipped his boots off and laid down on the bed under which the kids were hiding. As my grandma listened to the men chat, they called one of them by his name, and she realized the man laying on the bed above her was Butch Cassidy, the leader of the Wild Bunch. She was obviously scared for her life, and she knew if they were discovered, they could be taken hostage or killed.
Yeah.
Luckily, she and her siblings kept quiet, and the baby stayed asleep. They hid in total silence for hours before the baby finally woke up and made a little whimper. Hearing this, the men suddenly stopped talking and drew their guns. Butch got off the bed, lifted the blanket, and looked under the bed. He and my grandma locked eyes. He winked and smiled at her.
Oh my God.
He then announced to the others that there was no one there and instructed all the men to remove their guns and place them on the table in the middle of the room. I've since read about Butch Cassidy, who, contrary to popular belief, was famously nonviolent and prided himself for never having killed anyone. So this move makes total sense.
Wow.
My grandma said that she knew then that the men weren't going to hurt her, and she actually felt safe. She and her siblings eventually fell asleep. Sometime during the early morning hours, the gang left. When she woke up in the morning, the men were gone, the door was fixed, the woodpile restocked, and a pile of cash sat in the middle of the table. Right?
Oh my God, I would have cried.
I always knew she was a badass, and hearing this story only confirmed it. She passed away in the 1990s and left behind an amazing lifetime of stories that are captured in her daily journal entries, My Prized Possession. Stay well, and thanks for all you do, Nick. That is a fucking legendary hometown story.
Historic.
That's so good.
I mean, oh my God.
Butch Cassidy was next to Grandma.
Oh my God, Butch Cassidy left you guys money because you had little kids you needed to feed.
Why did they leave a 10-year-old in charge of 3 children by themselves in the middle of Zion National Park?
Next time we complained about the 80s, let's remember.
They weren't shit compared to the 1900s. The early aughts were fucked.
Fucking right. Oh my God.
Holy shit, Nick. That was
incredible.
This story did have it all. Nick nailed it.
Okay, well, I have a father story to end with. This
families.
My Scottish father taught me how to headbutt people.
Yes.
Heidi ho, MFM gang. Perfect. I just finished listening to your minisode with the key in cheek story where the reader mentioned that her mother taught her self-defense skills. I thought you might like to hear about how my Scottish father, which somehow makes it so much fucking better even, taught me, female, and my 2 older brothers how to headbutt people as children.
Yes.
For self-defense.
The Glasgow hello.
That's right. And then it says for self-defense, ? Not really. I distinctly remember my dad describing to me the, quote, right way to headbutt people. I was maybe 8 or 9 years old at the time. It says, quote, people think that you headbutt the other person's head, but you'll hurt yourself with skull-to-skull contact. The thing for you to do is use your forehead and get them in the jaw to dislocate it, or get them in the bridge of the nose and break that, he told me. Which I actually think is great advice, and I'm glad we all know it now.
I mean, yeah, it's something when you're in a pinch.
Yeah, don't ever forget the ye old headbutt. Okay.
Yeah.
I have yet to use this knowledge in the real world. Bummer. But my dad and my oldest brother have used it a number of times. My mom always tells a story about going to the bar for drinks with my dad when they first started dating. She had turned her bar stool to have her back towards the wood, and some random guy came up to her, grabbed her chest, and gave it a squeeze. My dad grabbed the guy by the collar and immediately headbutted the guy, knocking him out cold.
Yep, that's right.
It's kind of the perfect move, because it's like what you're basically doing is like controlling the situation. There's no fucking fight where other people are going to get hurt.
And also, when you grab someone by the collar, like both of your hands are occupied, so they don't know anything's coming. They're almost relaxed in that way. I've seen headbutting became popular in my high school. What? The senior boys, yes. The senior boys would headbutt like the younger kids. It was very high level bullying. And I watched many of the boys in my class burst into tears because it was but they actually did it forehead to forehead, and it was loud, and it's very fucking disturbing. God. But I'll tell you what, I've also seen it at a bar we both used to go to, that the owner did when somebody was getting riled up in the front and demanding that they get to come in, and he walked him outside and then just headbutted them on the sidewalk.
I'm guessing it wasn't the fucking Soho House, or like it was a dive bar.
Soho House. Yeah, you know that how we love to hang out at the fucking
Soho House.
Oh, it's so great there.
How do you have multiple headbutting stories and I don't have? I mean, I'm glad I don't have one. It's just pretty.
It's my people. It's how my people do things.
It's pretty impressive, I have to say. All right, so. Also, my mom tells the story of watching my oldest brother's soccer game at a soccer tournament in Penticon, British Columbia. I'm sure I got that wrong. He was about 14 years old at the time. My brother got in a fight on the field and the other players spit on him, prompting my brother to headbutt the kid.
Hell yeah.
My brother got a red card and was asked to leave the game. My father, sitting in the bleachers, berated the referee, arguing it was a bad call. The ref responded by ejecting my dad from the arena. My granddad, who was also there, argued with the ref about throwing my dad out and became the third person told to leave the arena.
Then Robert Wallace came and screamed freedom with blue stripes on his face.
Ghost of their great-great-grandfather showed up. It says, like father, like son, like grandson, I guess. Anyways, while I haven't had someone to mess with me enough to warrant a headbutt, I guess it's nice to have the knowledge of how to headbutt under my belt. Stay sexy, and if you're going to headbutt someone, aim for the nose. Abigail.
Yep. Hell yeah. It's bridge of the nose.
I didn't
there.
know that. If I were to have ever headbutted anyone, which I honestly have always, in my anxiety, I've always expected I'm going to have to do someday. It's just something.
You've anticipated headbutting?
I've pictured it.
Oh.
Yeah. During my insomnia fights, it's been there. You know, those
fight plans. Fight plans.
But I didn't know. That's great to know.
Yeah. These details are important to know actually how to do it. I tell you though, if I was in a bar and some fucking asshole came up and groped me, the man who headbutted that asshole would be my betrothed.
Totally.
I mean, like, what better?
No surprise she married him.
I mean, that's the dad should have been like, thank you so much, sir, because you basically what's better than that?
Takes care of shit.
You don't get to touch people, and I'm going to teach you that lesson by slamming my forehead
in the most
into your nose.
Efficient way possible.
Yes.
I also
it's going to be it's going to be a KO in the middle of the bar.
Knockout. I love that. I do love too that if a guy comes at you, he's expecting you to try to kick him in the balls, right? So this is another way to surprise attack.
Surprise. You maybe lift your leg. You do kind of a feint. Yeah. You lift your leg as if you're making the effort. And then boom, as you lift your leg and you're looking down, then you just slam your head.
There's some ab work going on in there. too. So some yoga, because you got to balance on one. You're like,
Also, don't be afraid to drink like 7 shots of whiskey before you headbutt someone, because I feel like that's the crucial element that we're not discussing here. Is it's nice to be fucked up when you do it.
Right. It's almost necessary.
I would imagine.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I've been watching too much Cobra Kai. Too much Cobra Kai over here.
Well, we've done it. We're back.
That's
It's
right.
2021.
We're not going to say anything positive or negative about it because we don't want to jinx it. So welcome.
Let's just keep it up.
Welcome. Yeah.
Let's just do this thing as we do.
That's right. Send us your stories at myfavoritemurder@gmail. Whatever they are, send them.
Yeah. And practice your headbutts while you're home in quarantine and stay sexy.
And don't get murdered. Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why they're Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye. Cheap Caribbean's Jet Set July sale is here.
Right now, save $200 on vacation packages of 4 nights or more with promo code 200BEACH.
Whether you're dreaming of Cancun, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic, your next vacay just got more affordable.
Don't let summer pass you by without the beach.
Use promo code 200BEACH and get more sand for your dollar.
Head to cheapcaribbean.com today to book your beach vacay.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.